It's hard. People just think, oh, start loving yourself. You're funny. Yeah, start loving myself. I'm here in your face and I'm showing my emotions because it's real. An eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. Like, I hate that I'm gonna treat that person the way they treated me. That is like my most worst. I hate that statement. I'm gonna treat that person, because one thing I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna let somebody else change the character of who I am, regardless.
I get those goosebumps every time you come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those times, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time.
Hey guys, so it is Nini Divine slash Nini Benevolence. I'm trying to figure out how to work this thing. Okay guys, I really wanted to record here with you guys at the park, but like literally as soon as I got here, a bunch of cars just showed up like to the park. Like, it was okay. Which is fine. I mean, like, people can do their own thing at the park, but the wind is blowing and the wind is messing up the audio so bad. So I'm gonna try to start this video here at the park, but if y'all see me all of a sudden I'm at my house, that's because I tried to film at the park for you guys, and literally the wind keeps messing up the audio. But anyway,
so in the next clip I will be at my
I'm not
house.
sure if you guys have seen my first video. If you have not checked it out, go check it out. It is the self-reflection video of me starting my whole well-being journey. If you don't know what well-being is, it's your overall self, your mental health, your emotional health, your fitness, your relationship with your family, relationship with friends, just like your overall well-being. I've just recently started this journey. As you guys know, I do come and film these videos with you guys completely natural. I mean, like, if there wasn't a wig attached to my head, I'd come film it with my natural hair, but I actually need this wig. And if you guys want to know the detail on these wigs, go check out my vlog on my Divinee Divine channel. I do have a vlog on there. And yeah. So anyways, let's go ahead and get straight to it. Okay guys, so I'm not going to record here. You guys probably can't even hear me because the wind is messing up the audio so freaking bad, but I'm going to go home and finish recording the video. I'm sorry, I really wanted to record here for you guys, but I guess not. Hey guys, so it is Divine Benevolence and I'm back at it with another video for you guys. So if you guys have not watched the first part to this well-being journey that I'm on, and if you don't know what well-being is like mental health, emotional health, your diet, your relationship with your family, your relationship with your friends. It's your overall health. As you guys can see, my intro did start at the park and now I'm here at the house because the wind was messing up the audio. But like I was saying, if you haven't watched the first part, which is my self-reflection video, go check out my self-reflection video before you watch this video, just so you can have like a better idea of what's going on. As you guys can see, I am in a different background. This is just temporary. If you do want to know what's going on with my like lifestyle and my living situation, sorry y'all see my hair messed up right there. Okay, but if you do want to know what's going on with my lifestyle and my living situation, all stuff like that, go watch my vlogs. I explained it in 2 vlogs, so go check those out. But today's video is going to be talking about my next step for my well-being journey, which is self-forgiveness. So the first video was about me acknowledging the problem, acknowledging what I got going on, why I'm doing it, just acknowledging the problem. The next step that I'm going to take is like forgiving myself for the things that I've done. Because everybody's always talking about, I need to learn how to love myself, I need to learn how to love myself, I need to learn how to love myself. But can you truly love yourself if you haven't forgiven yourself for things that you've done? And yes, y'all, I'm looking rough. Y'all know I always come on this camera 100% raw, real with y'all, no matter what. If I didn't have this wig attached to my head, I'd be in my natural hair too. But so I do have some notes that I want to go over for self-forgiveness. So a lot of people, so when it comes to self-forgiveness, like sometimes we think, like, for example, so sometimes when people think like I need to forgive myself for these terrible things that I've done, they think like, why would I forgive myself? Then I'm going to start thinking these things are okay and I'm never going to make progress because I can't forgive myself, and all this other stuff. But that's completely not true. Like, you have to forgive yourself in order to move on. Like, you really, really do. So like the steps that I have written down, and a lot of this information I got from the Wellbeing Podcast. His name's Forrest. He has a Wellbeing Podcast. He also has a YouTube channel too. So I highly suggest, like, if you guys want to take a wellbeing journey, you can follow along with me. But if you want to do it a professional, go watch Forrest's Wellbeing Podcast. He's amazing. I love him. But anyways, so first step to forgiving yourself is taking accountability, which is what I did in my last video. I took accountability for my actions, like admitted that I was wrong for a lot of things that I've did. Like I said, if you guys want story times, that's kind of exposing myself a lot, but I mean, if you guys want story times, we can talk about it. But the first step is like taking accountability. If you're still upset about a situation that happened, even though you forgave the other person, check in to see if you've forgiven yourself. So instance, if you have a fight with somebody and you forgive them for everything that happened, but have you forgiven yourself? You know, like, it is okay to forgive yourself. It doesn't mean that you're making everything that you've done okay, because you're taking the first step to take accountability. I did this and I was wrong for this. But the whole moral of the point is to like take accountability for it, try to fix it to the best of your ability, and then don't make those mistakes again, type thing. So first step is taking accountability. Like, also take like the personal responsibility. So I have here, like, you're not trying to blame somebody else. Like, for instance, like me, I said that I am the way that you got to go check out the last video. But for one of the examples that I used in the last video, I was like, I'm this way because my mom was this way, or I'm this way because my family raised me to be this way. That's me blaming them. Like, that's why I had to do that video of taking accountability, because just because they're like that, or just because you were raised by somebody that does drugs, or just because you were raised by a narcissist or something like that, does not give you an excuse to be one. Because one thing that God gave us all the right to do was to choose. So like, you can choose not to be that if you want to. Like, take the personal responsibility. Don't blame anybody. Stop the arguing. Oh, I did this because of this, or I did that because of that. No, own up to what you did. Own up what you did. Take accountability for it. Do better in the future. So that's what I'm working on now. But like, accept reasonable accountability. Don't like, oh my God, I did this and I'm the most terrible, horrifying person in the world, and like punish yourself for the rest of your life. Don't do that. Take reasonable accountability for what you've done, you know? So that's what I've done. Like, I've sent text messages to friends like, hey, you know, I'm sorry for what I did. I mean, of course, like, imagine you being on the other side and somebody, you know, played you or whatever the case is, and you got a text message from them like talking about, I'm sorry, da 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 da. Okay, you gotta take it from the other side. Some people responded, some people didn't, but at the end of the day, I know I made the effort to try to like mend. So like, I take reasonable accountability. Like, you know what, let me message this person like, hey, I'm like really trying to be a better person in life. Like, I have these toxic traits because this is how I was raised, but just because I was raised like this doesn't mean I have to be like this. So I just like want to sincerely apologize. I just wanted to reach out to you. I don't even know if this is your number anymore, but I just wanted to sincerely apologize for the way everything happened, everything went down, and take responsibility for what I did. And yes, sometimes the other person is wrong and they don't be trying to take accountability for what they did. But all you know is you took accountability for your actions and you apologize. And then if you don't want to be their friend anymore, you definitely don't have to, especially if they don't try to apologize for what they did, if they had some wrong in it too. But you know, get that hurt, get that guilt, get that off your chest of what you did. Okay, so just get what you did. Like, you know, I was wrong for this. Let me apologize. Be the bigger person. So people don't like, I don't give a fuck. If you don't care, I don't care. I'm gonna ignore you. You gonna ignore me. We gonna be doing some ignoring each other. An eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. Like, I hate that. I'm gonna treat that person the way they treated me. That is like my most worst. I hate that statement, and I've done that for so many years, and I did that and I believed in that. I'm gonna treat you the way you treat me. No, you treat me fine, you treat me a certain type of way, I'ma still respect you. I'ma still respect your name. I'm not gonna be friends with you. I'm not gonna, you know, be all up in your face and all this and that, but I will never ever treat somebody poorly because they treated me poorly, because at that point I'm changing my character and who I am. And I'm about changing my character for nobody, no matter how you do me. So like, if you'll notice, I hate that. Like, treat them how you treat. No, I'm gonna treat you with respect regardless, because that's the type of person I am. I'm a respectful person. I'm a loving person. I'm a kind person. So I'm gonna treat you based off my morals, not based off yours. I'm gonna always treat you based off my morals, period. And that's just what it is. That's just what that is. So take reasonable accountability, okay? You know, feel your remorse, feel your guilt, and like let people see that. So like some people like, I don't want nobody to see me weak. I don't want nobody to see me hurt. No, my heart's right here on my sleeve, baby boo. I'm sorry. Like, I will break down and cry, like not for somebody to feel sympathy for me, but so you can realize that my actions and my genuality, I don't even know if that's the right word, but just so you can see I'm genuine and true. I'm here in your face and I'm showing my emotions because it's real. And then we do got them actors out there. We do. But that's just the person that just depends on the type of person you're dealing with. If they're a person that's like hurt and they don't trust you because of what you did to them in the past, of course, if you've given them a reason not to trust you, they're not going to trust you. Or, you know, if you've given somebody a reason to think that you're childish because you do have it, like, okay. But if they're a person that's like, you know what, I see you apologizing, I see you trying to take accountability, I'm going to give you another chance. That's cool. Sometimes you're going to have those people that are like, nope, you hurt me once, you hurt me this one time, you ain't going to hurt me again, and that's just what it is, and that's okay. You have to give them space and recognize like that's how they feel, and if that's what they choose, that's okay. But in your heart, you can take that guilt off your chest because you know you reached out and you know you tried. And sometimes you can't blame people for feeling like that because, like I said, there are imposters out there. There's people we got actors out here. These actors know how to cry on the, come on, okay? There are actors out here that we don't see on TV screens. But like I said, that just still depends on the person. You got to be genuine with yourself. And when you know you're genuine and you know you reached out, you can still take that off your chest, even if they don't want to be your friend anymore, you know, relationship with you in the morning case, and whatever the case is, you can take that off your chest and forgive yourself for those actions because you know you reached out, you admitted your wrongs, you acknowledged them, and you tried to mend them. Whether they want to continue the mending process or not is up to them, but take it off your chest. Don't be sad about it anymore. Don't carry it on your chest anymore. Don't do none of that because you tried. You tried, and that's all that it is to it. Like, don't try to be resistant with the process. Like, be true, behave, you know, don't go and then pull back, If you're going to apologize, if you're going to mend a relationship, go full throttle with it. Don't be resistant, because that resistance isn't going to do anything but create long-term damage. Okay, if there's resistance on their side, you gotta let it go. You gotta let them go. Even if it hurts you, it's gonna take some time for you to heal. But don't hold on to it. You have to kind of like over time let it go and move on. And like I said, take that guilt off your chest because you tried. But when you are going to apologize to somebody, or, you know, correct your actions or whatever the case is, don't be resistant, you know. Don't be halfway in like, I'm gonna say sorry, that's it, or like, you know, don't be resistant, petty with it. Like, if you're going to apologize, go apologize and show your emotion. Be 100% like into it. Be a genuine person. Don't just have I'm sorry. Like, no, I'm sorry because I did this. I was wrong for this, and I completely and sincerely apologize for this, and this is what I did, and I take accountability, and what can I do? Is there anything that you think that I can do to help the situation? Be full throttle in it. Don't be resistant, because that's going to do nothing but, you know, like I said, create long-term damage. So you don't want to do that. And like I said, even if the person doesn't forgive you, you get to forgive yourself. Recognize why you did that. Like, why did you do that to that person? Like, you know, you go, you apologize, you know you're wrong, and then sit back and take some time to think, like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? And don't do that whole, you did this, so I did that. No, because like I said, you do not change your actions. You do not change your character. You don't change what you would do in a situation based off somebody's actions. Like, okay, like for example, let's say you're fighting with somebody and they started the fight and y'all are texting and you're texting and driving. So somebody starts a fight with you and you're texting them back in the middle of the fight and you crash. Okay. So then you go to them and you're like, I crashed because you started a fight with me and I was texting and driving. No, you crashed because you were texting and driving. Don't say, oh, because you started a fight with me and I was texting you, I got in a crash because I was texting you and fighting with you because you started this fight, because maybe they did. No, if somebody's fighting with you, you drive. You drive, because guess what? First of all, let's just talk about the fact that texting and driving is more dangerous than drinking. If you guys didn't know, texting and driving has been proven more dangerous than drinking and driving. So write that down. Anyways, but no, like, don't do that. Like, oh, I did this because you did that, or I did this because you did. Like, no, stay genuine to yourself at all times. If somebody freaking comes crashing and breaking through your window or whatever, if they come breaking through your window with a bat, you don't go break through their window with the bat, or you don't go hit them in the head with the bat. Like, I hit you in the head with the bat because you hit. Like, no, like that, because that's only gonna put you in more, of a restraint, because somebody hit your window and now you done went and hit them beside your head. You're still catching charges too, regardless whether they hit you in the window, because they're gonna say, just because this person crashed through your window, you call us and you let you call the police and you let them handle it, or whatever the case is. You don't go bing them over the head. Okay, don't do that. Don't do tit for tat. Like, just sometimes when you're in like a heated argument, or you're in the middle of something, sit and think. Like, before you're responding to a heated text, sit and think. If you're in the middle of a communicated argument, sometimes you just got to be like, you know what, even if you want to keep arguing, even if you want to keep trying to prove your point, sometimes you just have to stop and be like, you know what, I need some time to think. I need to take a walk. I just try to stop and think before you do. And it will really help you from hurting other people. Because like I said, and you got to go check out my last video, and this video will make a lot of sense. But some toxic traits were implemented into me from a child. Like, I was taught how to lie from adults. Like, I was in that whole, like, I like, people watch Tyler Perry movies. I had a Tyler Perry movie. I had alcoholic dad, drug addict mom, crazy family. Dude, I lived that. Okay, so a lot of toxic traits that I have were implemented into me from a child, which is why I treated people the way that I did. But that's not an excuse, so I don't go like, I treated you this way because this is how I was raised. Even though that is why I did it, that's no excuse. I'm still wrong. I'm still wrong for that. And oh my gosh, I was looking at myself the whole time, and I haven't even been looking at you guys. Either way. So, like, just take it by a grain of salt every day. But I suggest, if you guys are following along on this well-being journey with me, the next step that I would say is, trying to do self-forgiveness. Okay, so yeah, another last tip that I would want to go over with you guys, final tip, would be like, instead of thinking how you could have done better in a situation, start to think like how you're going to do better from this point out. Because sometimes we just freaking gnaw away at our brains at night, like just thinking like, I could have done this better, I could have done that better, I could have done that better. But instead of thinking that way, because that's only going to keep pushing you back from self-forgiveness, that's only keep pushing you back and holding you back in the past and holding you back in the past. Start to think like, I am going to do better from this point on. Like, this is what I'm going to try to do to be better from this point on, is the way that you should think. Because like I said, just gnawing away at, oh, I could have did this, I could have did that, that's not going to do anything but hold you back from your progress and hurt you. So try to always think like, I'm going to do better from this point out. Like, this is what I will remember and take into consideration and do better, for the next time. Try to cultivate that inner voice in your head that's telling you, oh, you terrible person. Oh, try to cultivate that. Like when you start seeing yourself go into those negative thoughts, stop it. Stop right there and be like, hey, you know what? I learned from that. That's in the past. I am no longer that person. Even if you did something bad yesterday and it is the next day and you decide that you want to work on being a better person, because that's literally what happens. I was a bad person one day and literally the next day I was like, I want to work on being a better person. Even if it was just yesterday, I am no longer that person anymore. I am working on being a better person. Try to cultivate the voice in your head, okay? Don't let that negative voice in your bed rampage and run wild through your freaking brain cells, okay? Like, try to cultivate that voice in your head and just say, like, hey, like, I'm not that person anymore. I'm no longer going to be that person, and I'm doing for the better. I'm going to do better next time. Next time when I make new friends, I'm going to do better. Or when I apologize, you know, sometimes the person, you know, if they accept your apology, I'm going to treat this person better from now on. You know, if they don't accept your apology, if I ever see that person in the future, or if I see that person, you know, ever, I'm still going to treat them better from now on, type thing. So try to cultivate that voice in your head. And just, you know, be mindful of your actions. Be mindful of who you are with yourself. And then, you know what, I'm about to start skipping in the stuff. I'm about to start skipping ahead in the stuff. No, let me not. But just be mindful of yourself. Put yourself in your present moment and be mindful of your interactions with people. Think before you say. I'm not saying you're in a conversation about cats or whatever and you're like, that's the ugliest cat I've seen. Like, okay, come on now. You know, but like having a heated discussion in an argument or anything like that, just try to breathe. Go for a walk if you need to, but think before you say. Be mindful of your actions and how you interact with other people, okay? So if you just follow all those steps that I gave you, those are some really good steps to start taking if you want to start self-forgiveness. So right now we're in self-forgiveness. I might do a self-forgiveness part 2. If you guys do want me to do a self-forgiveness part 2, go ahead and let me know. But yeah, that is my notes for today. So I really do hope you guys like that. It's hard. Like, it's hard. People just think, oh, start loving yourself. You're funny. Yeah, start loving myself. Yeah, no, it's not that easy. It's not that easy at all. So I really hope you guys do like today's video. If you guys are enjoying this series, go ahead and comment down below. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and thank you for staying loyal to the Divinee Tribe, and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye.
Moving too fast, candy paint with the windows all black, seats creme brulee.